Wait, what's up?
Yeah,
What's up, guys? Sorry.
go ahead. What'd you want to add?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to jump in on the actual topic here. I think that the reason progress. I got a really bad echo here, by the way. I don't know why. Somebody's echoing through, bleeding through.
Oh my gosh, you oh my gosh, I know who you are. You're the dude from a What If podcast. I never thought I would actually see you come up on this panel. Welcome, my guy.
There's I don't know what the What If podcast is, but anyway, the I think most progressive. I'm sorry, I can barely talk because I got such a bad bleed through.
Yeah, talk without listening. You can just talk into your microphone and don't don't hold the speaker to your ear when you talk.
Well, can I ask you just real quick, host, if you muted, and I just want to see if it bleeds through. Is that okay? Just briefly.
Yo,
Test. Yep.
yeah, we can hear you. We can
Yeah,
hear
yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Anyway, I think that they mostly fail because none of them are actually grassroots. Most all progressive movements are started by NGOs. Very, very few of them are grassroots, if any, and that's why there's no united message because none of it's actually grassroots at all.
Is there any grassroots organizations you can think of, Andrew?
I think that the populism behind the Trump phenomenon is the closest thing I've seen to something grassroots in my life other than the Tea Party, which I think started that way and then got stolen from them, essentially.
I mean, obviously, the Bernie Sanders movement was way more grassroots considering the amount of small dollar donations that they got and the way larger amount of ground, like the way larger their ground game operation was.
I agree.
The Tea Party operation was completely funded by billionaires, by libertarian billionaires.
Not
like
at first. You are right that hang on. Let me make my case.
When what's his name?
I know that I haven't even hardly said anything. Let me just make the case here. So I agree with you that the Sanders thing was likely even more grassroots than what Donald Trump was, and what the Tea Party became. The thing is, though, that's interesting is I'm talking about national movements, which I don't think Sanders, while that was kind of a neat little thing, it was more like the Ron Paul phenomenon, which never really caught as much steam as people had hoped.
I mean, the Sanders wing of the Democratic Party is the fastest growing. Zoran Mamdani got more.
So as a Libertarian Party with Ron Paul, it was the same thing.
Zoran Mamdani got more votes in a mayoral primary than any person in the history of the United States.
So what?
Right?
So what?
So it's growing. So we
so was the Ron Paul movement. Doesn't matter. The national movements that get all the eyeballs on them, those ones are basically co-opted.
Grassroots. Those are not grassroots movements. Donald Trump won with the help of $280 billion or $1 million from Elon Musk, right? Like, we're not talking about grassroots organizations.
Wait, in which election?
The largest grassroots organization in the United States is the left-leaning movement that's more or less tied to the Democratic Socialists.
Yeah, but I don't even need to disagree with this. It just makes my point. Even if it's the case that that Sanders has a grassroots movement, just like Ron Paul did. I don't know if you remember the Ron Paul movement. That was another big one. It ultimately doesn't matter because the national movements inside of the national parties are completely co-opted by NGOs. So any of these supposed hang on, stop, bro. Let me make the point, then respond to the point.
But you're going back on what you said.
No, I'm not going back on anything. Can I make the point or not? So anyway, the point here is like, look, almost every single movement I've ever seen from progressives is completely co-opted and funded by NGOs, everything from gay rights on down. Basically all of it.
You started this by saying that the two largest grassroots movements were the Tea Party and the Trump movement.
Yeah, I was talking from the right-wing side, bro, from the right-wing side. I was just pointing that out.
Right? And now you've said that neither of those are actually grassroots movements, right?
No, I think both of them started as grassroots movements.
So I don't really know the relevance of bringing either of those up.
It's because you're just straw manning, bro. What I said to you specifically was simple. I literally conceded your point that Sanders was also a grassroots movement. I'm just pointing out that when you're talking about these things, the early part of the Tea Party, I remember going when the Tea Party was first forming. It did start grassroots, and it was co-opted very quickly. But it did start that way.
and
Well,
why
it got co-opted
co-opted?
by the Koch brothers. It got co-opted by, major news networks. There was Republican operatives who started getting in on it. I mean, even Rush Limbaugh at the time was all over it. Michael Savage was all over it. They started to make it into what it wasn't. There was one point where kind of the Occupy Wall Street people and the right wing had a similar message, just at different points in time.
I mean, like,
what needs what needs to happen, Andrew? What needs to change so that there are more grassroots organizations, progressive organizations?
You need to eliminate NGOs from participating in government operations, essentially.
what NGOs are doing that?
All of well, I mean, almost everything which is a government bill, it has an NGO behind, non-government organization writing it, proposing it, putting it up to frontmen, congressmen. Almost all of them.
Can I just chime in real quick? I also
hold on.
You want specific names of NGOs? I can give you them to you. Sure.
You're saying that you're getting cut off. You're whining about getting cut off. You don't even let me ask the question.
Ask the question.
My question is, what grassroots organization right now is being co-opted? Political organization is being co-opted by NGOs, or what? Like in recent,
I actually can't think of any that aren't co-opted by NGOs.
Like what? Like what? What grassroots?
Well, okay, so like the most recent, yeah. So remember these most recent protests which were happening, the anti-ICE raids. Yeah, that was not organic at all. There was tons of NGOs behind organizing this massive day of rage. Would you like for me to read all of them to you?
What massive day of?
They started the protests. Yeah, they started the protest.
No Kings protests.
What?
The No Kings protests?
Yeah, that was all funded by NGOs. Yep.
Yes, that was. In fact,
that was a single day of protest. That's not
the whole thing, which may have started grassroots, got co-opted by NGOs. Doofus.
No.
Yes. And they killed it, by the way. They destroyed it, by the way.
Wait, why am I getting?
No. They didn't destroy anything.
Yeah, they did.
The No Kings rally was very successful, and just because it was organized by the left doesn't mean it's co-opted, Andrew.
It was co-opted by NGOs because it was never organic to begin with.
You keep saying NGOs.
Do you want me to give you the names of all the NGOs?
Okay,
I'll do
Andrew,
it.
You keep saying NGOs.
No, Andrew is right. The banks were even funding that.
The banks? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Banks are not giving to the left. That's ridiculous. They're giving to the right. They're giving to Cuomo. Andrew, why do you hate progressive movements? I guess is my question.
Well, I don't even understand what the point of the question is. I'm trying to explain to you why I think they don't stay united.
You understand perfectly, Andrew. You understand perfectly.
No, I don't, because what's the prompt? What's the prompt?
What's the prompt? Why are you trying to undermine progressive movements?
Yeah, but why does that?
What is the point of that?
What are you
trying to do? What do you actually say?
All right, let me know when I can speak.
You've been speaking for the last 10 minutes, dude. Now you're doing crybaby act.
No, I just said let me know when you're done with the question so I can respond to it.
Guys, Andrew, I love you. You're my idol.
Is this the olive jar guy?
Anyway.
Are you that guy?
What Andrew is saying is that he's saying NGOs. He's saying that doesn't mean anything. It's just a label he's putting on progressive organizations that he doesn't agree with. He's saying like they're illegitimate, as if.
No, I'm just saying that they're non-government organizations. They're NGOs. That's what that means.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but are they NGOs?
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah,
with that
but are they NGOs though?
What does it matter?
Yeah, but are they? Yeah, can you just say they are NGOs, Andrew? Can you just say that? Can you be intellectually honest enough to just say, Andrew, they're NGOs, or are you going to be a sissy?
Is any organization?
Are you gonna? Are they NGOs or not, dude? Answer the question.
So, any organization with more than one person.
Why won't you answer my question?
You mutually lose.
Okay. So any organization.
Answer the question, bro.
Andrew. Any organization would be a non-government organization.
Andrew,
that's the point.
So are they non-government organizations or not, dude?
So the Tea Party would be an NGO.
Okay, so are they
RNC
non-government organizations or not, dude?
Why are you so triggered?
Why won't this guy
know.
just answer the question? Why won't you answer the question?
You're cutting
I don't
him
know.
off.
I don't
You're
know.
so
I
triggered.
don't know.
It's
Andrew's
crazy.
making a really
I don't
good
know.
point. You guys are just
Refuses to
going into
answer the question.
religion.
You're such a coward. Just answer the question, dude.
Why are you
Okay,
so
okay.
triggered? You came
Just
on
say,
so
just say
hostile,
yes, they're
like, we wanna
NGOs.
have
Just
a
say, Andrew, yes, they're
conversation.
NGOs. Just say it.
He's not hostile. He's just passionate.
Just say it, bro. Just say yes,
And
they're
he's got this
NGOs.
little
Say it.
bro
Wait,
defending him.
What's the point? What's the point?
Of you actually telling the truth, that would
No,
be the
what is-
point.
What is the point of what you're asking?
Okay, well, let's start with this. Can you be intellectually honest enough to tell me that most of these organizations have massive funding and organization from NGOs, right?
I
What
don't know.
You don't know. Now you don't know. Now you're unsure.
Andrew,
What was the
You're
massive
so
funding of
intellectually
the No Kings
dishonest, dude.
Andrew, I love you. My dad loves
Day?
you.
What
as
was
well.
the massive funding of the No Kings Day? What was the massive funding?
Yeah, so that was funding through
God
organization.
damn, 10K stars. Jeez. That's
All right,
an
dude.
impressive amount.
Relax.
Anyway, the
No, that's an
point
impressive amount.
is,
You gotta
like,
say it.
Please adopt me.
we're focusing on just something that doesn't even really matter.
I mean,
know
I think
why
it
we got on
matters.
this.
I think it matters.
Why? You need to understand. You need to tell me why.
Yeah, because I think that when you're talking about the idea of being united, and this would apply to the right too. It's not just a critique of the left, but when you're asking why do
It's not
progressive,
a critique. It's not. You're not critiquing anything. You're just saying things.
no, I'm giving a critique. Do you know what a critique
No, you're
is?
not. No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not.
No, there's nothing critically bad about an NGO, Andrew. You're just trying to use it as like a
Oh,
buzzword.
I
You're
see.
Just buzzwording.
I see. Oh,
Andrew,
I
you're
see.
So please,
Mhm.
please go on. Tell us what.
Yeah.
Why
So,
do you,
so anyway, this
do you-
would be a
what does this matter?
critique.
What
so-
does this
Yeah.
matter?
So this would be a critique of the left
it's not
and
a
the right.
critique. It's not.
How do
not
you
a
know if I
critique.
can't even speak?
Because it's not a critique.
How do
Every
you know?
organization is an,
I'm literally
every
about to give a
organization-
criticism, and you won't shut
every
up long enough for me to do it.
organization is an NGO, because unless
You
it's
mute, you
funded by
lose,
the
you mute, you
unless
lose,
it's
you
funded
mute,
by
you
the
lose, you
government,
Uh-huh.
lose.
then it's an NGO, right?
So you're saying that the
Andrew?
Democrat Party is funded by NGOs?
The Republican Party would be funded by NGOs.
So yes or no, the Democrat Party is
What does
funded
it
by
matter?
NGOs.
And what does it matter?
Can you just answer the question?
You need to answer my question.
You want
first.
after you answer mine, I'll answer yours.
No.
No,
Andrew.
no, I know you won't. You're
No,
such a wuss,
no,
dude.
no.
What a wuss.
Anyway.
Like
Anyway,
it's just like
You're
the
such
bizarre,
a such a
like,
coward.
The bizarre like
Just answer the
came
question.
on
Stop being
here-
such a wuss, dude.
he came on here, was quiet for
It's
like
a,
20
like-
minutes, and then just like cried and tried to
It's-
insult everybody.
Who did I
Like,
try
I
to
think-
insult?
I
I literally
think
haven't
you
insulted
called him a
anybody,
wuss.
doofus.
I
You
think
just
the
called him a
thing-
wuss. Like that's
He
obviously
is
an
being a
insult.
wuss, bro.
Right. So that's an insult. So
Yeah, that's not
like,
everybody,
anyway,
is it?
anyway.
You called me a.
Yeah, it's
like,
because you
you
started
like-
to. You started that.
Yeah, you
Shut
started
up, bro.
mentioning the pickle
You
jar.
started that. Give me a
Okay,
break.
Anyways, getting back to
Yeah, getting back to it now that you just got owned, just like the
I
host
know,
did.
there's no
Yeah.
point. There's no
How
point.
did I get
there's
owned?
no
I didn't
point
get owned.
in saying that
Hey,
they're
hey, I got
NGOs.
a
Any
But they are NGOs, right?
Andrew Wilson, I got a question for you.
Well, how does that make them not grassroots?
Yeah, I
Aren't
just want.
any
I just
NGOs
want a
not
confirmation
grassroots?
that they're NGOs, so we can still have the convo.
Who would you say, be honest, who would you say practices better in-group accountability, the left or the right? Who holds themselves to the higher to a
It
higher
depends on.
standard?
It depends on the issue. Some issues the left does much better. Some the right does much better.
Okay, it depends on
The
the
right
issue.
wing
give
does not hold itself
examples.
accountable
Give
at all.
examples.
Oh,
Yeah,
now okay. As soon as you answer my question, I'll give you an example.
Give it. Give.
As soon as you answer my
Well,
question.
well, you guys
The
are
right
seeing that- we're
wing-
seeing the infighting. We're seeing the infighting play out right now with the.
I don't know if this
Epstein
is even. Yeah, there
is
you go.
not
That's an
infighting.
example. That's a good example. That's a good
Yeah.
example.
This fool can't open olive jars. He comes on.
And you children,
he tries-
you children, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That
real
one
creative.
woman-
And now thousands of
Real
people know
creative
that.
guy.
Now thousands of people know that you diddle children.
There's 84 people on this live. First
Ah,
of all,
if you think that, then I got something else to tell you, son.
The Crucible
yeah,
has sent
really, really creative
fastest
shot. But
growing
the thing
YouTube
is,
channel.
you support the party, right? That's currently covering
No,
up
what he
Epstein
supports.
files.
We don't know what he supports.
No, I do know. He's like this weird right winger on the internet who.
I
likes
would
putting
assume
open
he's a
olive
right
jars
winger,
all the time.
yes, and it's
No,
a
he-
weird right winger too. If I were to make an assumption, Yes.
So
No, he's a famous
I don't know if you guys
podcast
watch
where he like
Destiny.
yells
I'm
at
sure
women.
Andrew knows who Destiny is. He brought up the fact that one of the biggest files in the House used to be a Republican, known as the Speaker of the House until 2007. So yeah, they're kind of an open can right now on this.
You guys have no idea who Andrew Wilson is. Clearly.
I know.
Crucible, biggest growing
No idea.
I just
You're
love
thinking